Maybe I'm just nostalgic, or maybe it's truly magical. Oh, when I see that castle, the feeling is truly magical. Maybe I'm just nostalgic. Maybe it's truly magic. Maybe I'm just nostalgic. Maybe it's truly magic.
Oh, guys. This is Brooke.
And Andrew's over there.
Hi, it's Andrew here.
And this is a DisNeato podcast. Tonight on the podcast, we are going to be talking about the top 5. Nope.
General discussion.
I'm taking it back. Not top 5. We are having a general discussion about the moments in Disney movies that scared us the most. The most scared we've been in Disney movies. What are those scenes? What movies did they come from?
And
we're about to tell all.
And we're going to be tackling animated, live action, whatever. Anything that's got Disney attached to it. This was supposed to be 3 other things, but we failed on all accounts.
Yeah, they don't need to know that, Matt.
I'm fine with being
really
transparent about it.
I will start because I know one of the moments that really scarred me as a child. It was very scary. So, when Bambi's mom gets blasted up in the meadow, that shit's scary. And also the fire. The forest fire. That scared me a lot when I was little. God damn it, you son of a...
The Bambi one's pretty rough. And like the way that it's animated is actually terrifying. Like the fire's
scary.
Everywhere and it's creepy.
When I was a child, I felt like it was like I was going to get got by the fire. The fire was going to get me. And I would panic a little bit and I was like, no. And it didn't get me. Just got, Bambi's mom got and then like every other forest animal got. Uplifting shit. That was scary.
I'll go with, because I'm just looking through the Disney wiki page and grabbing them in order.
Really?
So the first one that...
Why do you have to tell them everything?
You don't have anything just like memory?
I have one by memory, but I want to do it this way. So this one's kind of a light one because it's not terrifying, but I remember it used to really... Actually, no. I'm wrong. That's later. The scene in Pinocchio where the boys turn into donkeys
Oh my
was
God.
fucking nightmare fuel.
That still fucks me up.
Sorry.
That was my scary scene to share.
Even as an adult, that scares me.
Well, let's all just talk about it. It's open discussion. What scared you about it?
The kids turning into donkeys, that whole portion.
How freaked out the fucking kids were turning into donkeys.
Well, first of all, let's talk about how weird it is that they're smoking cigars.
And drinking beer.
They're like 9-year-olds.
Yeah,
what a time to be alive.
And why did they have to turn into donkeys in the first place?
Because they were being asses.
No, it wasn't necessary.
They're being jackasses.
Simple conversation would have handled it.
Yeah, smack your child, take the beer and the cigars from him.
Well, he was selling them for manual labor for people who needed donkeys. But the part that really gets me with that scene still is when the kid's like half donkey, half boy, and he just keeps screaming for his mom.
Yep.
And you're just like, oh no.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's dark.
It's really dark. I don't like it. I don't like thinking about it right now. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Could be one of the darkest.
This is why
moments.
kids should watch that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you fucking do something bad, you're gonna be a donkey.
I don't know, because that movie turned me into me, and I don't like me too much. I'm very terrified and cautious.
This is not a self-deprecating episode, Matthew.
Sorry.
Yeah, say that for your therapist.
Excuse me, Rowdy.
Rowdy.
Oh, speak to him like he's a human.
Sorry, that's how I speak to humans sometimes.
Hey, Rowdy!
Rowdy.
Rowdy, darling! Didn't work.
Andrew, sorry that I stole your Pinocchio one. Do you have
Andrew,
another one?
I feel like there's an easy one for you in our generation.
There's probably a couple, but the first one I'm going to share is Toy Story 3.
That's not the one I was thinking, but that is a good one.
You think of Lion King?
Yeah.
We'll get to
I
that.
thought you were talking, my mind was like Monsters University because those student loans, man.
Oh, God. That's a kind of fear that I was not prepared for.
No, I was going to start with Toy Story 3, the incinerator scene.
Yeah.
I was freaked
Were
out.
you
the first time-
scared though? I was just sad.
The first time I watched it,
Is it spooky?
I would,
It's sad.
I would argue from
spooky, but it's scary in that, like, oh my god, they're about to, like, I was like, they're gonna fuck. I was a little scared and sad.
See, I think from Toy Story, I would say in the first movie in Sid's room where you've got like the doll head with the
That's
spider legs
scary
and shit.
shit.
That's scary.
But also in Toy Story 3, the fucking baby doll.
Oh yeah.
That shit is scary. I do not like it. What's its name?
I don't.
I forget its
Isn't
name.
it just like baby?
It might just be baby. Oh my god, I don't.
Or big baby.
That's a baby you can put in the corner.
It's put that baby in the fucking corner. It needs to face the corner. It needs to be in the corner. It needs to become the corner. I hate it. That part in Toy Story 3 freaked me out.
All right, Brooke, you got another one?
Yeah, it's another parent getting blasted. So first of all, in Lion King, there are a couple scary scenes, but first and foremost, I feel like the stampede is terrifying.
Oh my yeah.
That was very jarring as a child. I was just like, holy shit.
Only made scarier by playing the Stampede level in the video game where you're just like, I can't do this.
I was really good at that level. Not gonna lie, I was very, very good at that level.
We talked about that in one of our podcasts.
We did.
One of our first podcasts.
Yeah. And then obviously the whole fight between Mufasa and Scar, where somehow this jankety ass Scar, who weighs like 2 pounds, gets the better of Mufasa. It's not realistic, first of all, and then just like commits here's my favorite word on the podcast. Ready? Siblicide. Murders his brother. Just lets him fall in front of his child. And it's so sad and horrifying.
And then he blames the child. He's like, you did this.
Yeah, he's fucking gaslighting. What a dick. Scar, you piece of shit. There's no way you would ever beat Mufasa.
No.
Ever.
No. Yeah.
So I'm still in the 40s right now on this list of movies. And I recently rewatched this, and I still think it's really fucking scary. Is the night on I can't remember what the name of the thing is. I want to say the night on Witch Mountain, but the devil sequence from Fantasia, where you've got literally the devil taking over town, and the dead are rising out of graves and attacking the town, and it's really well animated. And it's really creepy. Like, it's a good scary sequence, and I'm not like the biggest Fantasia fan. I think there's like 2 really good segments, but I think this is one of those really good segments because it does its job. It's creepy as hell.
I've never seen Fantasia. So.
You're not missing anything. It's 2.5 hours long. It's way too
I ain't
goddamn
got the patience for a 30-minute TV show.
How about I know one that messed with me a little bit as a child was in Tarzan.
long. Okay.
Earlier on, when he's still a baby,
The jaguar scene?
Yeah, the jaguar
Yes.
scene with the gorilla, and the gorilla was like trying to save him. That had me like,
Gets your adrenaline going.
yeah, because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be one for sure.
You got
Trying to
it?
think of like live action ones. But I'm having a hard time.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Think of like live action.
Ooh, I can think of a good live action one. Is I'm pretty sure Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was a Disney movie.
Is that Disney movie?
And I think the scorpion fight.
with the ant?
Yeah.
And Annie dies.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't want to think about it.
Oh, I know another
It
really
makes
good
me
live action
sad.
one. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was also a live action Disney movie.
Yes, it was.
And when Christopher Lloyd's eyeballs fall.
Oh God.
So
No,
funny.
no.
Funny story with that is I was so scared from that scene that I ran crying out of my. We were all watching it together, like me and my cousins, at my grandmother's house. And I got so scared that I ran out of the room crying. And for years, my cousin would make fun of me and just walk around going, "I killed him, Eddie!" Like that.
No.
And it scared me every time. He scared me every fucking time with that little move.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So I think it's in Snow White, when the is it the huntsman or
Yeah.
something? He tries to kill, like he's gonna kill her. You know, he's
Yeah.
gonna like cut out her heart, and then she runs through the woods, and she's all, you know, everything looks spooky and scary, and like it's a monster. That scared me when I was little. That was a bit much for me.
Did you guys ever find the when Dumbo's drunk scene kind of creepy? Like,
Was that with the pink elephants?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
She don't like that.
I do not like that. I was going to bring that up.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. We can talk about it. I remember that. It scared me. I did not like it.
That's what turned me off of alcohol. Was Dumbo.
Well, it's not all bad. Kind of randomly, I used to hate when the Heffalumps and Woozles would come on Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
I did not like that. That scared me.
Good song, though.
No.
I love that song.
No.
Andrew, you got another one?
I'm trying to think. It's one of those topics that are difficult for me because most things I remember with Disney is like positive and happy. So it's hard for me to think of like
they fuck you up too.
Yeah.
They make sure to like really they want to give you the spooks.
I'll mention one that
Give
used
you
to
the
scare me
chills.
every Halloween because they would play it every Halloween on the Disney Channel. And I was trying to get us to be able to watch this, but I couldn't find the copy that I wanted. There was a special called the Disney Halloween Treat, and they did it for a couple years with a talking pumpkin that they eventually took it off the air. But the talking pumpkin episode version of it ended with the full tale of Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman, which I thought was the scariest shit
That was
ever
scary
seen.
when I was little.
Like him just trying to get to that bridge. I'm just like, please get there. Like it, and just man, early Disney animation, they made sure to put some fucked up scary shit in every one of them.
They were fucked up.
Like, I'm still in the 50s. Like, every one of their animated films had something terrifying in it.
I thought there was something in Peter Pan that freaked me out, and I cannot remember what it was.
Was it the subtle racism of the Indians?
I don't think that was very subtle. I think that was very blatant and obvious. I cannot remember what it was. There was something in Peter Pan that I did not enjoy.
Was it the crocodile?
Remember when you remember. I don't think it was the crocodile. I don't remember.
I feel like I agree with you though. I feel like there was
something with Peter Pan.
I wonder if it was just the animate. There's a point where Hook is like screaming, and I feel like they animate him to look like the devil for a couple seconds or something.
Maybe there's something in Peter Pan that was unsettling for me in my younger years. I haven't watched it recently as an adult, so I don't know if it would still freak me out. Whatever it was, but I would probably be able to be like, oh, that was it.
I'd be open for us doing a rewatch of Peter Pan in the near future.
I would totally rewatch Peter Pan.
Because then we can find the pinpoint whatever moment it is you're talking about.
There was something. I also used to get a little freaked out in 101 Dalmatians when Cruella is kind of like putzing along in her car.
Oh my God, it scared the shit out of me.
Yep. And I'm just like, don't see the dogs.
big eyes.
Yeah, she's never looked more sinister than when she's just craning her neck out the windows.
She's an alcoholic. She's got some issues. She's looking for her next fix.
Well, her name is Cruel Devil.
Yeah.
It's Cruella Deville.
It means cruel devil.
So she's Stefan Urkel. Most of Alice in Wonderland fucked me up too, actually.
Alice in Wonderland is fucking weird. When she like first goes into the rabbit hole and she's just like falling in the blackness, wasn't a fan.
Terrible.
I got really fucking flipped out when she eats the cookie and she gets big and she's like too big in the house. It flips me the fuck out.
So everyone always makes fun of me for this, but the scene that scared me the most in Alice in Wonderland was Tweedledum and Tweedledee's story of the carpenter and the walrus, like eating all of the oysters. Oh, Jesus.
That was Rowdy on the mic. Spit and fire.
That segment just used to freak me the fuck out.
I don't remember that part.
Like Tweedledum and Tweedledee tell this story, and it's about like this oyster and a carpenter, and they're trying to get these oysters, like these baby oysters, to eat. So they act like really good people, and it causes all the oysters to come and hang out with them, and then they eat them all. And it's like ends with like the parent oysters crying about their dead babies. And it was fucking dark and scary. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
Like that scared me more than like the Queen of Hearts being like off with her head. I was fine with that.
Yeah, that doesn't scare me. Whatever.
No, that was funny.
Whatever, Queen. Try to take off my head. Do it.
Honestly,
Off with your head!
there's not that many things that are actually scary in Disney movies that I can think of.
Well, I mean, I think it's different. Like when you're little, certain things scare you. Like certain tones, like, they'll play up the music a little bit. And, I mean, the fucking donkey thing in Pinocchio still creeps me out.
That's probably like the scariest
It's
thing.
like, it's scary and it's also just like fucking creepy. And it just makes you feel so uncomfortable and weirded out. Like the fact that there's kids drinking and smoking, and then like they're turning into donkeys and screaming for their mothers, and it's just this very weird occurrence. And I feel like my brain doesn't know how to process it and just injects all the fear into me.
Yeah.
That's how I rationalize that one. Little Mermaid with the shark.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that. I won't even go into the ocean that far because I think sharks are going to get me.
I know that you hate this movie, and I'm not the biggest fan of it either, but the horned evil devil character from Black Cauldron that's just like a skeletal creature is kind of gross and gooey. No. Not a fan. Looking at some of the live action ones, I used to be really afraid of this giant squid in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I never saw that.
It's okay.
Same.
It's not great. It's not like you must see. And then Return to Oz was terrifying as a kid. But I don't know if you guys would have seen. Like, I only saw that because they used to play it on TV. There's like a whole sequence where she has to go and find someone's head in like a chamber filled with decapitated heads that are all alive and talking.
The first Wizard of Oz is a little fucked up.
This one's creepier than the first, if that's possible.
The dead midgets in that one.
Dead midget.
That's
The
not
dude
real.
hanging in the background? Yeah, that's not real.
Yes, it is.
It's real. Andrew has said.
It's Google it.
Scrolling.
It's very real.
Ironically, nothing in Hocus Pocus. The closest
yeah,
thing to
I
a
feel like-
Halloween movie not really gets me.
I feel like the only thing that kind of used to spook me about Hocus Pocus was the zombie. And that quickly went away when he kind of reveals that he's a good guy. Mm-hmm. But like when he first comes out, that used to freak me out a little bit.
I remember being grossed out by, like, more upset than scared, but like when they showed Binks like hit by the car before he starts to inflate, I was
cried.
like, ugh.
I cried when that happened. When I first saw it, I just started crying. And then he came back to life and I was like, oh, we're good.
Well, I think also when he first lights the black candle.
Oh, and like the lights start bursting.
Yeah.
Shit. Mm-hmm. But then the Sanderson sisters are just so much fun. It's like, how can you be scared?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, so many parts, they have like this little scary moment that's immediately followed up with
it doesn't stay scary.
So here's a question, because I remember this being a little bit darker, but I was never scared by it. But I was a little bit older than the two of you. Was there anything in like the first couple Pirates movies that were like kind of creepy with all the like zombie pirate stuff?
Johnny Depp does such a good job of comedic relief.
I don't remember anything being...
Yeah. Nothing sticks out as scary.
Yeah, I don't remember being scared.
There were some spooky characters.
Yeah, there's like some creepers in there, but I don't remember being scared.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the scary stuff was in the early stuff.
Yeah, they were fucking weird.
They went... I mean, a lot of people say that the Maleficent stuff was... But they never did it for me.
I don't think Maleficent... I think she's petty, and that's cool.
All these bitches is petty.
Yeah, all these bitches is petty. But I don't think she's particularly scary. I don't even think the dragon is very scary. I mean, maybe the Gaston and Beast fight.
I could see that.
But it didn't really bother me that much when I was younger.
And I'm not seeing it.
Maybe I was... My soul was dead at that point because I had seen Neverending Story. And I was like, nothing can scare me anymore.
Yeah, if Neverending Story was a Disney movie, that'd be pretty top of the list.
That movie changed me as a person. That's the day my soul died.
Yeah.
When Artax dies. Nope.
Just be happy.
I was just like, nope, nothing can scare me anymore. Darkness is coming for us all. We should embrace it.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think, was there anything... Because you guys watched a lot more of like the Disney Disney Channel shows and TV movies. Was there anything in the TV movies that ever scared you?
So space has always kind of scared me. I say kind of scared me. I'm actually petrified of space. The thought of it gives me really bad anxiety. I've had panic attacks about space. I watched the movie Passengers with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, and they're like banging in the movie and like making out, and it's like cool. And then like something goes wrong, and I had a panic attack watching that shit. That's how scared of space I am. So in Xenon, when the space station started to like collapse, oh no, girl, I could not handle that. I was like 10 years old. My heart's racing. I'm like, fuck space. Nobody should be up there. Leave it to E.T. and his buddies. Stay on Earth. Yeah, I didn't like that.
All right.
Didn't scare me at all.
Oh,
Look at Mr. Brave Pants
Look
over
at
there
you.
in his
You're
overalls.
Well,
Mr. Brave overalls over here.
she could fly if needed.
I don't think she has a superpower.
Don't they have like jetpacks?
I don't remember them having jetpacks in Xenon, did they?
Maybe not.
They just had like weird latex clothing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, so it's like the space station's falling apart. I'd be like, get off that shit. Go to Earth. Get out of here.
So let's talk about one thing that's not Disney related, but it was something that we definitely probably all grew up with that I'm sure scared us at one time or another. We're going to jump over to the rival company and talk about Are You Afraid of the Dark on Nickelodeon. Did you ever get afraid of an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I was a little young for that.
Oh.
But I had two older siblings, and they watched it. And I could like kind of peek between my fingers. Be like, I'm not afraid, guys. I'm not afraid.
Very
And
afraid.
then I'd run out of the room, and I wouldn't come back because I was afraid. Yep.
Show was super fucking scary for a kid
I don't
show.
remember any particular episode. Like, I can't recall anything that happened on that show, but I remember watching it like through my fingers and like getting freaked out and leaving the room.
There's 3 episodes that I distinctly remember of that show that got to me. There was one that was Zebo the Clown.
Oh, fuck. These just clowns. No.
Where it was like they bet a kid to go into the fun house and steal the nose off the clown mannequin. And then after he did, all of a sudden there was like clown-shaped footprints around his house and like notes that said, "Give me back my nose." And it was like the clown had come after him for the nose until he returned it. And that was really creepy to me. There was one where these 2 kids would play on this floor in the apartment complex that they lived in that no one lived in. It was just a giant empty floor, so they would just play around in there. And then one day they went in there and there was a bunch of aliens with no faces walking around. And then one kid found out that his best friend was one of those aliens when he looked over and she had no face either. And they were there to pick her up because she'd been hanging out there for a couple of years, and it was time for her to go back home. And that freaked me out.
Why are there aliens just on an empty apartment?
No,
building
they're just
floor?
hanging out, just shooting the shit up
That's
there.
an interesting place for them to go, of all the places.
And
But
then-
hey, do you?
And then there was one starring Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Melissa Joan Hart. And
Sabrina herself.
she was in the woods, and when she would walk around, there'd be this little boy ghost standing in the woods that just kept going, "I'm cold."
Ew.
And he needed a coat, and she had to find where he had died and leave a coat for him. And then he
Ew.
would stop haunting the woods.
Why didn't you just leave the woods?
Yeah,
Well,
just
she
don't go
lived
back
there.
She lived in the woods?
Well, she lived in the house that was by the woods.
I didn't watch a lot of the Are You Afraid of the Darks. I did, however, watch the Goosebumps.
Did the Goosebumps ever get you?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like 4 and 5.
Yeah, it's a good age for the Goosebumps.
Of course they got me. There's goblins and anything with a mask terrified me.
Oh, the Haunted Mask was some good stuff. And there was the killer dummy, Slappy.
What?
Slappy the dummy.
No.
I hated that. Actually, might be the most thing I hated in that series was that fucking dummy.
The Night of the Living Dummy.
Yeah. Oh, and when he had his like angry evil face,
Oh, it's so great.
that I didn't like that.
So, guys, those are moments in Disney movies that kind of gave us the chills, scared us a little bit. Some of them still scare us, like Pinocchio. If you're not scared by that scene in Pinocchio, there's something wrong with you. You might be a sociopathic killer. So naturally, email us at DisNeatoPodcast@gmail.com. You can also do so through our website, DisNeatoPodcast.com. We have a Twitter, at DisNeatos. Don't at us, okay? That's just a cool thing to say. Totally at us.
Please.
And we have a Facebook group called DisNeatos. Sometimes we log on to there and share pictures, and it's fun. So if you have anything to say, get us that way. If we missed a scary moment, let us know. We were kind of, just winging this one. So share. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, and send us your questions. We love questions and thoughts and feedback and concerns.
And emotions.
And emotions.
And don't forget to send us your Disney Halloween costumes from this year.
Oh, yeah. Send us your Disney Halloween costumes. And if we really like yours, maybe we'll let you pick a topic for us to discuss.
Or maybe we'll just trash your costume on a podcast.
We're not going to do that.
That's a little mean.
Do that.
We're not doing that. That's
We're
mean.
not going to do that, Andrew.
Off the podcast?
No.
That's a yes from both of you.
You can't prove it. Bye.
Hey, Toxic here.
And Meridon, too.
We're the hosts of the Overleague podcast.
Are you a fan of Overwatch League, or just a fan of Overwatch in general?
Well, if you are, we break down matches and all other Overwatch happenings, and we won't judge your main.
Tune in every other Tuesday to the Overleague on Geekscape, wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network. You're listening to the Geekscape Network.